This year we are having a particular focus on British food and drink. This is a massively growing sector for UK's exports to China. The exports have gone up 170% in this sector in the last 5 years, 26% just last year, 2019, to a value of £780 million. And we see continued prospects for growth in this sector. But we are not just looking at food and drink. Through our various platforms for the CIIE, we will give an opportunity for connecting with British companies across a whole range of sectors, such as technology, advanced manufacturing, education and so on, all of them which are important to the British economy and to our hugely important trading relationship with China.
Since 2018, Iran catch this opportunity to participate in this exhibition. We actively participated in 2019 at 3 levels: national pavilion level, Minister of the Commerce and Industrial of Iran, big delegation, the private enterprises level, 15 companies in the cultural and the tourism level. Actually, we prepared to participate in this year more than the last year. Reserved about 500 square meters for our companies to participate. It was supposed that we participate at the high level because of the COVID-19. And we couldn't go ahead as we wanted, but 30 Iranian companies from different areas, the high-tech technology, the cultural, consumer technology, more than 300 square meters. We did our best to bring many people as we can to the exhibition.
Fiji has been actively participating in the past CIIEs, and this year we have been looking forward to the third CIIE. Due to the challenges of COVID-19, the preparation has to be different, especially in view of China's prevention and control measures. For instance, the opening ceremony as well as the Hongqiao Forum will be conducted virtually. So our leaders from Fiji as well as our business entrepreneurs, rather than coming and attending the CIIE physically in person, the participation can be done virtually. Our well-known products in China like Fiji water, cosmetic products, pure Fiji, noni juice and Fiji beer. Tourism is also been promoted at the various booths within the trade pavilion. I will share with you good news that Fiji also will be opening a new Fiji Imports Pavilion at the G Hub with the Green Lane Group. More of our products can be introduced in China, Chinese consumers also to learn a bit more about Fiji.
We command China. Here in China, we are back to normalcy, I would say, thanks to China. Shanghai, it's a very active city. We should participate in most of this. I'm very happy I participate in most of them. CIIE, this is my 3rd year, so we kind of have experience now. We are looking forward for the 4th one. Our UAE companies has put a great effort to present themselves during this CIIE. We have our one of our UAE chambers will be helping their members who cannot attend by setting up a booth for them and building a B2B connection during the exhibitions.
Mexico is moving ahead with a comprehensive formula to introduce itself to China. Culture plus commerce plus tourism. This year, Mexico's participation in the Food and Agricultural Products exhibition will bring high-quality products through Casa Mexico, a Mexican imports enterprise based in Shanghai, as well as the government of Jalisco, a highly industrialized and agricultural strong state in western Mexico.
As you can see here on my right, we are celebrating the 70th anniversary of our bilateral relations, and Switzerland was one of the first Western countries to recognize the People's Republic of China. We've had always relations which was marked by pioneer spirit, and this year the CIIE is a good opportunity for us to showcase the excellence of our relationship. Switzerland is an exporting country, and China is our 3rd trading partner whose importance is growing every year.
Last year we had something like 60 companies here in the exhibition, majorly from the food and drink industries. This year it's going to be like 15 companies and unions that Turkey will be represented here with. For our exporters, it's a huge opportunity to bring their food, their goods, to present what they produce to the Chinese market and buyers here. Our companies will be here with their own representatives that are in China. Hopefully next year, after this whole COVID-19 is over, will be again very strongly be presented in the next one.
With the COVID situation, we have assembled quite some companies that are in the health sector, the sector of health and medical equipment notably. We have quite a large Swedish company presence at the CIIE this year, 16 companies in all. It's more or less the same, so it's not like 2020 has been a downturn in Swedish participation. Since there are travel restrictions coming into China, we have our companies here with their personnel here.
The COVID pandemic has definitely added a lot of complications to how both China and the participating exhibitors sort of prepare and engage in CIIE. Despite COVID-19, we still have a lot of companies who want to come to China and who want to participate in the expo, and they're looking forward to the expo. The New Zealand government, as we did in previous years, will have some supported pavilions, so we'll be doing 2 pavilions, one in the food and beverage space called the Taste of New Zealand, and one in the medicine and healthcare area, which will sort of feature on the healthcare aspect of New Zealand's exports to China.
During the 3rd edition of CIIE, France will organize for the first time a sectorial pavilion under the banner Taste France. This pavilion will be located in Hall 1.1. It will showcase the French food and wine expertise and know-how with the support of the French Ministry of Agriculture, the French Consulate General in Shanghai and Business France Agency.
I'm only a few months in Shanghai and it will be my first CIIE, and this is my expectation for this year event, to see this mega event, especially in this year with all the difficulties and challenges that the Chinese people had and everyone in the world and also Israel now. This year, due to the situation with the COVID-19, we have several of companies that will participate CIIE. It will be around 10 companies. We have several of ceremonies that will participate. So we have WaterGen, water company who literally convert air to drinkable water, and they have their own pavilion. Some cosmetics and medical device will also present through their local network here in China. We also have collaboration between Pelec Design with M&G, the huge stationary Chinese company. They're also doing a ceremony to celebrate and to present their new collection with Pelec Design. Another ceremony, an Israeli company that might be represented here is Zylab. They have really good relations with Novocure, an Israeli company who developed a medical device for cancer.
Every challenge also provides an opportunity. We have seized that opportunity to be very creative in our approach to CIIE this year. This is an opportunity for the UK and China to build on our strengths. China's is the UK's 3rd largest trading partner. We see ourselves as important partners in many areas and in tackling many of the global challenges, including the great public health challenge of COVID, but also other health issues and also the major global challenges such as climate change. So CIIE gives us a platform to underline and re-emphasize those messages. We are taking a very innovative approach this year by doing a huge amount of work online. We have built a digital platform, altogether about 300 British companies. It will be possible through our digital platform for the Chinese buyers and customers to engage directly with British businesses through online business matching. We will be doing lots of live streaming during the event itself to showcase the best of British food and drink and other products.
Brought a new concept of the cooperation in the economy. At the level of the economy, at the global economy and the regional economy, and also the cooperation between the poor and the rich countries, cooperation between the medium size, the big size, and the small size of the company. The big economy could attract and integrate the other economies, could open his arm to all of the goods from the foreign country to his country. It shows the maturity and the growth of the economy of China. This is the hub, all of the country to present themselves, not only exchange of the commodities and the goods, cultural values also. In nanotechnology, rank 4th after the China, United States, and the India.
CIIE to deliver the global exposure and also send out the message to the world that China is still a market to be reckoned with. And as we know from the recent Golden Week, things in China been basically gone back to normal. So the consumption power is there. Now I do have more time in China. We have more time to talk to the Chinese business community, linking them up with the Fiji exporters. Hopefully when we are over with this pandemic and when the world fully recovers and everything returns to normal, the business will also return to normal and perhaps even go up another level, because I think the world needs China's leadership in terms of international business and trade. And investment.
Comparing with the previous expos, I think this expo will be more online promoting. I believe countries and companies will develop strategy and methods to promote their product digitally. China is our UAE leading trade partner. We will have one of our big UAE companies signing MOU with their counterpart Chinese companies. And I hope this CIIE will strengthen and enhance the Sino-UAE friendship and strong ties.
As representative of Mexico in the most economically dynamic region in China, we have very positive expectations and are excited to show a varied selection of Mexican products to the Chinese public. We hope the third CIIE serves as a starting point for more partnerships between Mexican and Chinese companies. And let me introduce you to Mexican avocado, the best in the world.
We are really looking forward to participating to this third CIIE, where we're going to showcase the areas where we're strong at, like innovation, long-term commitment, and sustainability. You will have present the Fortune 500 companies like ABB, Roche Diagnostic, Novartis, and Nestlé, but you also have smaller companies but who excel in their sector. And I would highly recommend visitors to visit these companies. I think this year is really important to showcase and to underline the contribution that foreign companies have done in the fight against the global pandemic, what they have done in generating employment and contributing to growth. In other words, sustainable development.
We appreciate is that China is doing again this event this year and trying to accommodate the foreign delegations and the embassies as much as possible. Although it's have its own very strict restrictions, they are adamant to make this event a success. So we're trying to, as much as contribute from our side, also that this event will be a success, to show that China is open to imports and it's trying to increase trade volume. We're trying to find the right connections so that our companies in Turkey can contact their partners here through online channels. For the post-pandemic period, we are hoping and we are preparing to bring more Chinese tourists to different parts of Turkey. It's got a lot to offer to the Chinese tourists that are very much inclined to learn about the history of the world, of the people, of the civilizations. And this will help to bring our countries more together. Those who go to Turkey and those who come to China and see things beyond the cliches that are shown, especially in the Western media, really fell in love with each other, fell in love with both countries.
So what we expect is that there be an even deepened exchange B2B from people who are actually in China. For me, it's going to be an adventure to see it, to participate. This is a huge endeavor that you do. It's an event that takes quite some preparation. Looking very much forward myself to see this. It's an important platform, and I think that is why you see Swedish participation through the years. Our trade balance is fairly balanced between Sweden and China. Of course, it is important for us that China imports.
Despite those challenges, it will also be an exciting opportunity for our exporters. China is a really significant market for New Zealand. Our companies will be eagerly looking forward to coming up and being able to participate in the expo. COVID-19 has sort of shown the world the importance of healthy food and of being sort of aware of your health and your environment. And that's a space that I think New Zealand fits quite nicely into. We export a lot of premium, safe, high quality, healthy food products. as well as things like healthcare products, natural sort of organic products. And I think in some ways the CIIE is an example of that sort of commitment to the multilateral fora that China has. And so for us, that's one of the reasons why we like to get engaged in these large peace events that China puts on, because that sort of demonstrates both our commitment to multilateralism and the multilateral trade environment, and it helps support China's commitment. And I think that's really important because that helps bring countries together through trade, and through those connections that trade build, we develop closer ties, we develop people-to-people links, and that sort of helps bring us all forward, and a rising tide floats all ships.
The pavilion will welcome 8 companies already based in China. We will welcome as well 2 French regions which are developing strong cooperation and partnership in China. The first one is la région Nouvelle-Aquitaine, and the second one is la région Occitanie. I think Chinese consumers are more and more demanding in terms of quality, safety, and healthy products. This is even stronger in the specific context we have this year, the COVID context. The French offer, I think, reach the high standard quality that the Chinese market seeks. Every day, from the 6th until the 10th of November, a series of events that will take place on the French pavilion, such as wine and spirit masterclass. We will have as well cooking demonstration, and we will have as well some KOL and live streaming sessions. So you are kindly invited to visit the French pavilion, to have a pleasant time, a welcoming moment, and as well to taste France.
In a business perspective, to see more collaborations between Israeli companies and Chinese companies. We don't have offline events in Israel, and people cannot go from place to place, but we as an office, as the Economic Mission in Shanghai, are doing a lot of collaborations between Israeli companies and Chinese. It's online mostly during this time, so it's amazing to see that despite the distance and culture differences and even the time difference between Israel and China, a lot of meetings, a lot of business collaboration are still happening during these times.